to another video. So this time around, we kind of wanted to get up close and personal. Kind of wanted to, we were just talking about different ideas, different topics to discuss in the YouTube channel. Again, if you're new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tap in. Just created this YouTube video. YouTube channel. Also, thank you so much to those who have subscribed and liked my videos and just been tapping in with me. I really do appreciate that. I look forward to just growing this community and seeing where we can go. So during our brainstorming, we was like, what's something that we should discuss that's not very much, not that it's not a topic of discussion, but not a lot of times we do have these discussions. So we was like, let's talk about relationships, you know.
It get real mixy in here.
I think me, before my partner, I struggled within that component. So I think that this can help maybe just bring some light, some perspective, how we've been in our relationship and what's been helping for us. Again, we're pretty much brand new, but you know, we are really focusing on building a firm foundation and making sure that this right here that we got is, you know, solid, and then for the generations to come as well.
With the old and with the new, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she knew what she was doing when she came this way. My fault, y'all. We over here taking some shots of the casa. You know how the casa gets you sometimes. But yeah, it's about to get real deep. We're gonna ask a couple questions for each other. We're gonna go over a few topics, to go over ideas of things that we just feel is important in relationships. Cause let's be real, like we all could just use some advice on things just to help us out. Cause a lot of people walk into relationships and you never really know how it's gonna go until you're really in it. Like, you know, you have this image in your head, like it has to be the most beautiful thing in the world. But we all know sometimes we get some bumps in the road. So I just feel like these are gonna be some great topics to talk about. Here you go, babe.
So we just dropped down some topics that we wanted to discuss. And then we're just gonna have casual conversation. You know, he's gonna put his input in as a male perspective, and I'm gonna put my 2 cents in as a female perspective. And we're gonna meet halfway.
Whoa.
Alrighty then.
Whoa. Let's hear it.
All right, so the first thing when I was creating this list, I was thinking like, okay, so what's like the main like component that you have to handle as an individual within yourself? Me as a person, I come as one, he comes with one as a person. So what's something that we have to focus on in this? Taking care of ourselves, making sure that we show up for ourselves each and every time, do what's necessary for just self-care. What do you need to fill your cup? What do you have to do within yourself to be able to show up in your relationship? Because at the end of the day, it's a partnership. There's two in a relationship. So you have to bring up and show up in your relationship as much as he does. But what are the things that you're doing to make sure that you're taking care of yourself so that when you jump into this relationship, you know, you can come in with something. Yeah. You know?
And I feel like the really key thing in relationships for people to keep the happiness within one is the individual happiness for yourselves and keeping yourself motivated. Because I feel like we get you so focused in on the relationship aspect when it comes to your partners, but you also got to make sure that you're, you know what I'm saying, filling up your cup. Like, how are you taking care of yourself? What's going on with your mental, you know what I'm saying? Really focusing on that every day. And sometimes, listen, if you need to figure out your own, that's a good way to go about it. But it's always good to talk to people about it, like when it's the right time. But it's just always perfect to first go over about like what you need to fix for yourself first. Like keep, you know what I'm saying? And like let these people know that you are motivated. Sometimes we could lose ourselves in that. And it's good to just like get a reminder, like, listen, like you can still do this. It's just, you just hit a bump in the road. But yeah, just focusing on, I guess like she said, your self-care. And I feel like that could really help before like getting into relationships. I feel like even before I met her, I kind of just took like a good year to myself. I really didn't talk to anyone. Like I was just like, you know, let me just focus on like what I got here. Cause at the end of the day, like I was just sitting there just just going dipping and dabbing there. I was wasting my time, So sometimes you gotta figure out what's really good for you before just jumping into anything. Cause you gotta really have the right mindset when you go into a relationship. It's the mindset aspect of it. So.
Absolutely. And that's a great point that you brought up before us meeting each other. He's personally took time to take care of himself. And I would say the same. During that time when I was single, I was taking care of what is damn.
Let me stop. But,
I showed up for myself, and I was making sure that I did what I had to do to heal from my past relationships as well. That's something that, walking into a new fresh relationship, you kind of have those old thoughts or that thing that happened in your past relationship. You kind of sometimes end up bringing into the new relationship, and we have to cut that out. We can't keep doing that. It's just, you're just bringing old baggage into the new, and where we're going with this, this is a new relationship. This is something that we both want to do. So why, bring in like that old trauma? And it's not easy. You're not perfect. We're human, of course. We're gonna fall short, and that's just naturally. But what are you doing intentionally to not fall into those temptations and bring that old into the new? So that taking care of yourself and really like figuring out what is it that you need for yourself, because we're all individuals, and there's something that might work for me might not work for you. So you just have to find out what is that thing that's gonna help me kind of push forward as a woman, kind of push forward as a man, and kind of and actually like attract and get closer to actually finding your person. If you're in that era of dating and trying to find your person, what is it within you that you can do to fix and change yourself and become better so that you can align with your person? And from there is up.
Yep, it's up and it's stuck, And the truth is about all this is, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Yeah. Because that's the thing is, like, it's all about how you react to your mistakes. Because if you walk into being afraid, like, you're doubting yourself from the get-go, and you're not gonna be able to get the exact results
Trust
that you
yourself.
want.
Trust
so
yourself.
Don't be afraid to make those mistakes, but it's all about how you react after. Now, if you keep repeating the same mistake,
you gotta check yourself.
You gotta check yourself. But after that, I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll figure it out.
And it's okay, Sometimes you gotta sit with yourself and be like, damn, you know what? I gotta start changing some things. It's completely fine. Nobody came into this world with a manuscript. We all figure it out.
It's gotta change.
But if you want a change, you can't expect to do the same thing and have different results. It's gonna be the same thing.
This is how we transition into the next topic. The next topic. She just went over talking about change just now. A lot of change when it comes to relationships. I would say the next topic for us would be compromise. That's something that it can be rough for everyone in the beginning. Like you're used to doing certain things because when you're single or you're like doing your, what I'm saying, people, it's a whole different lifestyle, bro. Like you feel like I'm not cool, but like listen, I feel like the best thing for relationships as far as compromising, the biggest thing you could do is at least compromise, like not being transparent and being transparent, because being transparent is really important. Because like I said, you could never leave no doubts for your partner. You know what I'm saying? If you're letting them know, like, listen,
there's no room for doubt.
Yeah.
If you come forward and you are who you say you are, and this is how I am, this is what I'm looking for, there's no room for doubts.
Yeah, so it's all about compromising. Like I said, it could be certain things you may have to let go because partner may not be cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like that's fine. It's just coming to like meeting each other in the middle and setting boundaries. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like those are conversations that should come up early in relationships. Shouldn't wait, because if you wait too long to talk about things you got to compromise, it kind of doesn't really like hold like a firm or a sturdy foundation. Because people are gonna get used to keeping themselves in them type of habits, and then they're gonna get lost when they see how you react to it. So, yeah.
What's one thing that you would say that we had to compromise in our relationship?
We had a compromise. You want me to say what I had to compromise, or you
deep with it? Yeah, I mean, at least you. Yeah, you would compromise.
I could be honest, like for me, what I have to compromise? I guess, like, how can I say this? for me personally, is just the time I spend with, I could say, like friends and like, you know what I'm saying, and sometimes even family members, it happens, you know, because sometimes we get into relationships, like when it's your partner, like that's the person you're supposed to be going all out for. There's no hard blood to anyone else, but you know, sometimes you gotta, if you really care about what you have in front of you, you're gonna put that time in for it, you know. And like I said, everyone has their own opinions on like how much time they put into this or hanging out with that. But I just feel like a lot, not like fully compromised, but like I have lost time as far as being in touch with certain people. I should be better on that. But like I said, it's not nothing personal at the end of the day. Like I know everyone, like I still got love for everyone, no type of hatred. It's just like compromising time that you lose with other things outside of your relationship. Because sometimes I feel like a relationship, when like once you hop in it, like most of your time that gets compromised into that. So it's just like finding a balance like within that and figuring out like, all right, like how can I still make time for, you know what I'm saying, this or that. Like sometimes you gotta compromise some time. Like that's really kind of like the stem, like just the time aspect. Like I really don't think it's any more specific and I mean, you think you gotta compromise.
But I think it's necessary, at least in the very beginning of your relationship, because you're trying to build a foundation. And you're trying to build a sturdy foundation. And if you're not able to build that, if you don't know your partner, if you don't know when your partner gets pissed off, if you don't know how your partner reacts to certain situations, if you don't know your partner's triggers, how are you supposed to have this union amongst each other if you lack that conversation or you lack those compromises that you have that you should be doing at the very beginning? But it just helps with that foundation. It all starts with the foundation, and once you build that foundation, is that stern foundation, you know, then you have more leisure time to be more hanging out with friends and stuff like that, which is okay. Like you could still do it in the beginning, but if this is what you want and y'all both want this, then this is what it takes. You're gonna have to sometimes separate yourself from your friends and your crowds just to build that foundation with your person, because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure if you get into a relationship because you want to have children, you want to have, you know, your house, you know, you want to build that generation to come as well, you know, but it starts with a foundation and it is required. You know, and sometimes it's unfortunate because you'll have a lot of your friends be like, damn girl, you know, come around, all right, you know, you always with your man, and I've heard that so many times. Okay. And I am sorry. I love you too.
It's all love.
And I know it's all love, and I get it. But this is something that I pray for. And for those who know me well, you guys know my story very well, which one day I will share. You know, we all have a testimony. We all have stories to share, and I'll be able, you know, this is where a place where I want to be vulnerable and share that part of myself with you guys. So, for those who know, this is something that I pray for, and God delivered it, and I have it right here, right next to me.
That's the thing. It's all about taking advantage of the opportunity in front of you too, because like I said, things like this don't come around when you can find the person you feel like y'all can kind of see eye to eye, and like I said, it's not gonna be with everything. That's impossible. You understand? Like it's gonna be things you're gonna disagree on. You have to be ready for that. But the biggest thing, it's like on top of the foundation she was talking about, and like compromising that time. It takes a lot of faith. You have to lean on that, you know, and that's going to transition into the next.
Let's go. It's smooth. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, she got a little excited. She don't say
it's because of what.
But not for real. You have to make sure that you're really big on your faith, because, like, you know what I'm saying, you got to compromise the time. Like, and the next thing we're gonna go into as far as for the topic, I'm pretty sure she wants to read this one because you know, like we've been putting a lot of time into this, and then, like I said, this is I feel like the biggest factor out of all things we're gonna talk about in this episode or this YouTube video.
It's gonna come up a lot because it's transforming our lives, and we want to share it. We want to share the word, and we want to be able to be an open vessel, you know, and let God speak through us. So, I would say the next important component in relationships, you know, building a strong relationship and putting in that work into something that you truly want, is having that connection with the Most High. And a lot of people might have different types of way to explain or describe, you know, God. There's different versions, but on this end, we reference God as Yahweh, and we reference Jesus Christ, God's Son, as Yahweh Shai. But we're gonna continue to use God and Jesus Christ just because it's very much known, very common, but that is the Hebrew translation of that.
Yes.
But
For those of y'all that might have questions about if God and Jesus is the same person, listen. Comment below if you have any questions. Like I said, we'll hit you up on the side and we'll dig deeper on, you know what I'm saying, the scriptures that come behind that, you know, because I feel like the biggest thing for us, like I said, helped us throughout our relationship was the Bible. I feel like when we first met each other, we both had like a certain type of faith for the Most High, Yahweh. And honestly, like, it's gotten even stronger ever since we opened that book, right? Because I still remember the day we went to Barnes and Nobles and we made sure that we picked up the Bibles. You know, once we bought it, we cracked it open. It was the journey from there. And like I said, it's not like a specific speed you have to go at. You go at your own speed. And you, like I said, I know how you
all right.
take over.
My bad. Our video kind of got a little messed up, but we're back. But pretty much saying that if you have any specific questions, which we will be able to discuss more as we grow this channel, but any specific questions that or any doubts that you guys may have during our video or what we might have said, you can comment below and we can have a lovely discussion. And you know, we want to build that connection with you guys. But yes, having that relationship with the Most High is something very, very important, especially individually as well as a union. I think that if you have that deep relationship with God and learn, learn more about yourself through Him, that can help you as a person individually, and also help you chime and put put your part in the relationship as well. You know. So, anything else you want to say about relationships and when it comes to the component of just having the Most High being a part of us and your part in a partnership?
I feel like, honestly, the journey starts for your relationships is when y'all crack open that Bible. Stop wasting your time now. I know there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world. We always say we busy, but we go around on Instagram every day and everyone has the God first in their bio. You know what I'm saying? It's not to throw shots at anyone. It's just, this is the truth. And like, what you gotta realize about the truth, sometimes the truth hurts, you know? Sometimes it's gonna sting a little bit. Someone gonna say something that you need to hear. You ever had someone tell you something you needed to hear in real life, but it stung a little bit? You still got love for them, but it stung a little bit. But I feel like the first thing you have to do is crack open that book. Like I said, y'all can have all the time in the world for anything else. Y'all can have time to like go out with your friends. You can have time to go play sports. You can have time to go work out. You know what I'm saying? You can put time in for that. So the Most High should always be your first priority before anything. And that's what's going to help y'all elevate in a relationship.
It sure does. It helps as far as just like also praying for your partner. Like, you love your partner so much, you know, when your partner's out there, you know, in the real world, going out doing, you know, working and, you know, just being a part of this community, you know, a lot of things happen. And unfortunately, a lot of things happen in this world. So it's kind of like, you know, you want to pray for your partner. You want to pray for your relationship and just, you know, ask God to help you through the relationship. You know, for asking to reveal things like, what are some things that I might be lacking that may be causing more arguments recently? Like, what is something that I need to look on for myself, have a reflection moment for myself and be like, yo, I gotta check myself. Like, you know, it's okay to be wrong, but it's like, you know, it's gonna happen. You're not always gonna be right in the relationship. You're gonna really see something where you're with a partner is like a reflection. It is a reflection, and you're just like, yo.
Those be the moments that challenge you the most. And like I said, you shouldn't even want a partner in your life that won't challenge you. Like, I want her to hold me accountable. If I'm fucking up, like, and she gotta make me look crazy in the moment. Like I said, you don't gotta be nothing in public. You always have respect for your partner. But like, when it's behind closed doors and it's just y'all, you know what I'm saying? You gotta check each other. If y'all don't do that, you're just gonna be watching each other get worse every day, and then your relationship falls flat right in front of your face.
You don't want to deal with that. Like, just have that uncertainty, you know, throughout your day. Like, you want to have peace. You want to come home and be at peace with your partner and be able to, you know, lean on your partner for support and just, you know, have that support.
You're so sweet.
But and it really starts with that relationship that you have with God. It really does. And I like, as we mentioned, we're gonna continue to speak on it because it's very much necessary. You guys really don't see how much these times are
probably
very hard
probably
right now. There's a
in the
lot of
future
stuff
about the truth.
happening. For sure. There's a lot of stuff happening that we kind of put to the side because we're, we gotta do this and we gotta do that, and we're like, tap into the truth, y'all. Like, the times are near, and that time's gonna come where judgment will be on you, and you have to be able to show up and be like,
Listen, God see everything y'all do. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to make mistakes. It's just how you react to them after.
You can change at any moment in your life.
But
you don't need a huge think to happen. You can change at any moment. It's just making that decision.
Yeah. So on to the next topic. So the next topic that we got is the fourth one we're going over. It's the roles that you play in relationships. So, babe, what do you think is the woman's role? Listen,
you two will come for.
We are for each other.
This is perspective.
Yes.
All right.
We need all the reality checks sometimes. But let's run it. Let's get it.
Now, but I do want to speak on this topic because of how I see our women evolving now. Recently, that independent and that leadership, that dominance, that masculinity.
Being masculine.
Yeah,
like a little strong. Like, we get it. Like, yeah, we know y'all got y'all can lift that.
And I see that because that is me.
Strong woman right here. She got a strong man.
And I have to sit my happy butt down and be like, all right, okay.
I fucks with you for real.
Okay. But I still have that, the thing is, I always say that I have a voice. You do have a voice in a relationship.
Of course.
Whatever's on your mind, however you feeling, if something happened and you're not with it, speak your mind, say what you gotta say. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to silence yourself. That's not what we're saying here. It's just there's a time and a space and a place to speak. When it comes to certain things, and this is why I say having that connection with the Most High and knowing that your partner is tapped into the source. Like, that's you have to think about where is the source? Where does your partner lean on in times of trouble, in times of destruction, in times of just doubting? Who does your partner lean on? And if his source is God, like, why wouldn't you trust your partner enough to step back and know, oh, he's being guided by a source that I myself have a relationship, and I know that at the end of the day, if he says something for a specific reason or anything in our relationship, I'm gonna trust him because at the end of the day, I know that he is connected with the Most High, and I know that he's gonna have that special connection where he can lead this family. Because again, we want to have children, and the generations after that. So it has to start here. We don't have the kids yet, but when that time comes, this is, we'll have some type of foundation, and that's what goes back to the first point, that foundation is crucial. Who do you lean on in times of trouble? Who's your partner tapped into? Is he able to show, and not only that, he can allow him to show you and prove you, man, I can lead this. I got this,
It's more than just saying too, like I said, if he has to show you off of action, but then you also have to do the work yourself. Like, it goes on both ways. Like this can't be one side, one person wanting a goal. Like I said, when you come into a partnership and a relationship, at some point your goals become each other's goals, and like, you have to be able to trust each other, lean on that faith. So most side is really important.
This all connects together.
I feel like for the guys, I feel like a big major role for us, we really have to stop, I know this sound, like I ain't no simp or whatever, but we gotta stop treating our women like they trash. And like, when I say that, I mean, not giving her the utmost respect that she deserves, especially if it's a woman that's really in your corner, because it's really hard to find some of those. And I have many that were not obviously great examples in my life until I found her. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take time, you know what I'm saying? But you have to do the work as a man, you know what I'm saying? You can't be sitting there saying that you want a wife, but then you sitting there trying to chase other, you know what I'm saying, woman behind your wife's back, you're lying, not being transparent, because that's the biggest thing too. If you're not letting your woman know what you want as a man, like, how is she expected to be the woman you want her to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be, for example, if you don't want your woman to wear something, but you get upset with her and da-da-da about wearing something, how she gonna know unless you don't speak on it, right? Simple as that. But it's like your role as a man, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to be the one to start the uncomfortable conversations. That's a big thing. I feel like a lot of men are afraid to show the soft, quote unquote, soft side of them was really just coming from the heart, like how they're feeling. Cause like I said, we're in a world now where everyone's more big on mental health. Like, let's talk then. Even if it gets a little, if it stings a little bit, because you know the truth stings. So you got to be able to have them uncomfortable conversations. Our role as men, like, you know what I'm saying? When you with your woman, like, what y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Are you training her to get her brain stronger? Are you really picking her brain, talking to her, figuring out why she can't do this and what's not working with that? If you just sitting here having her around just as a, like, I'm not trying to it's disrespectful, but as like a fuck buddy or just someone, just a piece of meat around. Like, we got to stop treating our women like
lonely.
that. You know what I'm saying? Because like at the end of the day, like, you just wasting your own time. You're going to be sitting there dealing with the same trials and tribulations that you've been going through for generations. Like I said, you speak to your family, your elders, right? They go through the same thing. You go up, you talk to your uncles at the cookouts. They're like, hey, yo, little cuz, don't be fucking with them bitches, get some money. Listen, that bag ain't going to do nothing for you, right? You can have, all the people that got all this of the money in the world are by themselves and miserable, right? Like, all the money in the world don't really bring happiness. Look at Kanye West. He was the richest person of our people to ever step foot in this country, you know what I'm saying? And he doesn't even have his family with him. And like, he knows that hurts on the side. That's why you really haven't been hearing from Kanye. But it's just realizing what's really important in this world. Like, chasing this money and like this bag, cool and all that shit, come and go though. But like, if you got nothing to come home to at night, like I said, it's gonna be a lonely sight for you. But
what are some things that men lack now that you've seen commonly nowadays that men lack in a relationship?
The first thing is the Most High. Like I said, you know the type of, like, and that's what I said, women, y'all have a responsibility too. Like, if you want to know the type of man you're dealing with, you go pick up that Bible. You don't always have to wait for him. You know what I'm saying? You do the responsibility first, and you make sure you know the type of man you're dealing with, because the Bible will give you all the answers to everything. So, like I said, men, we lack the faith of the Most High, which it's not all of us, because a lot of us do. And you'll know just based on who could talk to you about verses and explain the Bible in depth. Not just this fake, like, I'm not gonna say no comments.
This is not the video for that.
I know. We're gonna go deeper in another video about all that, but
maybe hype that conversation.
Hype. But like I said, it's your role. Like I said, it's your role. You have to have some type of relationship with the Most High. As far as what I mean by that, not just saying it, opening the Bible. Second, being transparent. I think that's like, if you, for women not to understand, it's hard. Y'all deal with things that went through in your past. Like, sometimes it's harder for women, but if you want to call yourself a man, you gotta be willing to say, put your foot front forward, and be able to be like, yo, listen, I made these mistakes in my past. I feel like before I wasn't shit for the person I was. But you got to own up to that and be like, listen, I'm willing to get better. So here, listen, this is what I used to deal with. This is how I got through it. That will give your wife, or, you know what I'm saying, your girl, the courage to be able to open up to you more. And that's going to build more of that transparency if I'm comfortable to talk about anything.
Sometimes it's hard to have those conversations. Sometimes we, as a woman, I'll speak for myself. Sometimes we have those thoughts in our minds, and it's hard to kind of like bring it up to your partner sometimes, because you don't know how they're going to react or what they're going to say. Are they even going to care? And sometimes we tend to overthink that when we say something to our partner, we be thinking about what they said, how they said it, and then we're like, damn, you know what? I shouldn't be bringing up those topics. Like, he doesn't seem to care, so why do I care? Like, it's different ways to kind of go about that. If you lack that communication within your partner, but.
Yeah, I was trying to think if I had another one for roles, because I can go on forever, but I feel like a lot of them involve like bring up things from the Bible.
But the thing is that what works.
Another video.
That's fine. Yeah,
we're gonna be stuck on this topic for a minute. Like, I just think it's a lot of different things. It's a lot of things we all need to work on. It's not even just a man. It's not just a woman. It's us all of us human beings that are here right now. Mm-hmm. We have to put that work in. Like, you can't be expecting a relationship that you can't give. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect a
Yeah.
person to walk for you how you can't walk for them. It's
A lot of
just
the
like
times
that.
we have this list. Oh, I want him to be a tall black man with a big smile and a strong working man. How does your list like? Are you a hardworking woman? Are you putting in that work for yourself?
Exactly.
Don't expect that from your partner if you're not walking in that space when you're
And that's the
not doing
thing.
that.
It's a lot of times y'all can
Yeah,
want
it doesn't
someone with
work
all the
like
money
that.
and just everything feel he pay all the all right, cool. So when he tell you what to do, it's like, isn't that supposed to be what it is? Because that's what you want a relationship for. He's compromising what he needs to give to you. So you have to compromise what you give to him. But we could be on
for instance, in our sorry, baby.
We have to go to the next one.
But what I was gonna say.
Go ahead, finish that.
For instance, between me and you, I like giving like real life examples, and we have art. We have examples to give to the people. I'm saying for myself and my partner, we at our first date, we was like, this is what I want, and this is what I'm looking for, and I'm not settling for anything else. So you with it or what's up?
I was letting her know what it was. Like, yo, I'm only here about them.
And that's what got me.
But I was so nervous
because I was like, talk. Let me know what's up. Let me know what you want. I know what I want.
Trust me.
Can you tell me what you want?
For the men out there, I was nervous. I was so nervous. I'm like, yo, who this in front of me first? Then I'm like, yo, like, I'm saying, like, I want this, that. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm walking there, like, I'm talking about. So I'm letting her know, and I'm like, yo, my whole time my leg was tight. But tell me how the whole date I was doing. We talked for the first 30 minutes before we started the mini golf.
Which we'll talk about our love story.
And then she gonna tell me at the end of the date, like, yo, you know your leg was tapping for like 20 minutes straight, right? I'm like, what you mean? Like, your right leg was just like, you tapped it. I'm like, damn, like, so I'm in there with mad anxiety, but you know what I'm saying? It took courage. Sometimes you gotta do it like, listen, I'll let you know what's up and be upfront. Cause like, listen, if I fall flat on my face, you can see it. Cause I don't mind being a mistake. What's the next? Oh, hold on, one second, guys. Hold on, we got you. Hold that thought.
Oh, he was so nervous, baby. He was so nervous, right?
Yeah, I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, you gotta go and say it.
It's crazy because at that, I'm gonna speak more about it, but in another video. But at that moment, I knew. I was like, what's up? What we doing?
Go ahead. Talk your talk.
Okay. Next topic is a balance in a relationship. Healthy boundaries, space.
Say nah. Here.
Just creating that healthy space. It's very much necessary, because at the end of the day, I'm an individual. He's an individual. He has his own, and his mindset, his goals, desires, and dreams, and you gotta show up for them. Faith without works is dead. So if you don't push and do that work, like, how are you supposed to amount to the things that you want? Not only that, just be level-headed within yourself. Because, when you have a lot of things in your mind, you're not level-headed. But anyways, I don't want to veer off. But balance. Having that healthy balance, like, giving each other space. Do you think that we give each other some healthy space? Like, because we love to be around each other, but it's because... we're like best friends. I'm not gonna lie. The way that we connected was out of this world. So we enjoy each other's space. And the only thing is that we have so much in common. Our goals are tied into each other. So, when we have ideas and, this right here, YouTube, I've always wanted to do YouTube for such a long time. Definitely. And this man right here helped me actually build that courage and be like, yo, what's up? This is what you want to do. Let's do it. And we're doing it.
Healthy space. Listen, for us, we with each other a lot. But it's like I said, I feel like we find ways to get space. There's different ways to give space. That doesn't mean like you have to be on side of the country. This person has to be over here on the side of the country. No, it doesn't mean that. It's like it can be as simple as like, you know what I'm saying? Like little me time. Like you see your like partner in the room taking a nap or just working on something, and you see they're really locked in. Like, how you just sometimes know, like, oh yeah, they going in right now. Nah, like, yo, let him eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let her eat. Like, so just like let them like vibe out. You know what I'm saying? You tap in and say, hey, listen, I love you. Like, I hope everything's going good.
That's
boom. Let them focus though.
About you, baby.
Make sure they're focused. That's the thing. We don't want to be so on top of each other too much, so we're not focused on our goals. You know what I'm saying?
We all have a purpose here.
Yeah.
So you gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta get it done.
So it's just and healthy boundaries, like having those non-negotiables. There's some things that I do not condone, and I don't give shits about it. I don't condone them, and I've spoken to him about that and respects that, and vice versa. You have to have those uncomfortable conversations, because I'm not about to have someone disrespect me. That's not what. But the thing is that if you don't set that tone and let them know, how are they gonna know if you don't say that? Like, oh, I don't appreciate how you came about that.
I love you so much. Okay. All right, so guys, we have 2 more topics to go over. Before we're gonna do that, it's shot o'clock. You guys gonna yell at me now? Yeah. It's shot o'clock, y'all. We're about to get busy. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Here you go. All right, ready?
What?
Woo!
If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, tap into our building our community. We're building a community from the bottom up. This is an opportunity just to tap in with us. We're here for it. This is what we want to do, and we're gonna continue to show up for you guys. And I'm just so grateful and thankful for just having just that support for y'all.
We're gonna show out.
And if there's anything that we mentioned you guys want to continue to dive in, or anything that you guys want us to discuss, leave it in the comment section, and we're gonna do that for you.
All right, so we're on the topic number 6. 6. No, 777. But so topic number 6, we have support. Whoa.
Oh.
You know what I mean? You gotta know what that means. Support. It's a lot of different ways of support. It's not it's more than just liking an Instagram picture. It's you have to make sure in all aspects that your wife or your husband feels like no matter what goes on, that someone's gonna be there right in their corner, because you gotta let them know, like, when the days they even feeling bad, like, yo, I got you, like, you need something. That's big. Like, that's big, especially not just supporting when they're up, because a lot of times people could be feeling down, and it just be the simplest thing that could change their day or change their whole week.
And sometimes there's gonna be times where you have to kind of put your stuff to the side and be a support system for your partner, because at that very moment your partner is struggling.
That's compromising.
So there goes back to compromising. You're gonna have to support. There's gonna come times where you're gonna have to support your partner emotionally. Just be in either roles. It goes vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And you have to put your stuff to the side and be like, I'm here. That's what a partnership is. If you really want this to happen, and you know your partner very well, and you see them and they're struggling, best believe you're gonna, and you struggling yourself. But there was times where my partner had my back when I was struggling. Let me put this to the side, just because I know, at the end of the day, I want him to be okay with his mental health. And that's huge for me in our relationship, is checking in on each other as far as our mental health. Because us as individuals, we go through a lot, anyone, our minds constantly are running, because it's just constantly going, so just having that support from your partner in those certain days, it can go a long way. And then those moments help you kind of one thing that Bonnie has done for me is, in the moments that I am feeling those mental health, kind of those challenging days, he tells me, he's like, come here, take 10 breaths. What is it, 10 breaths?
10 deep breaths. Yo,
10
breathing
deep breaths.
techniques work. They actually really work in the
And center yourself. Sometimes he's able to do that for me in times where I'm just right here, wrapped up in my head. And I'm like, okay. And then the next time something happens like that, you're going to be like, the 10 breaths. Okay, let's go. You know what I'm saying? You start going differently the next time that it comes up, because it's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Okay?
Just breathe.
Just breathe through it. The best way to go about certain things is to come back to the present moment. Come back to the present moment. Because if you're in your mind, you're either too far in the future or you're still in the past. Come back here. Let's stay right here with me. Stay right here with me.
Right here.
Okay.
Alright, so support, just make sure you're there for your loved ones and we'll be there for you too,
And if they're building a business and a brand, do that work with that.
Support, you know what I'm saying? Support. Yeah, she already supporting you about that. You see your feet.
Yeah. And we'll talk more about the things that we have coming up, y'all. We have so much coming up. We're very excited and it's up. It is up.
Alright, so before you read this last one, you have to give me a kiss.
Come on.
Give me a kiss. I don't know why she playing hard to get. Like, here you go.
I'm like, let's do this.
There's a reason why we had to kiss right there. Y'all gonna see.
You smart.
You know what you do.
Affection.
Affection. Go ahead.
Show your partner some affection.
Yes, and there's different ways of affection.
I want you to speak on this topic because I feel like some men have a hard time showing affection.
It can be the simplest things. Like I said, for your woman, it's like, first off, don't think it always has to be like something extravagant. Like I know like people be so stuck on materialistic things. Like it's cool to give your, like I said, your partner, always give partner gifts. You have to treat them like how you just got them. You can't be just sitting there thinking like, oh, once I got them, I got them. So I can just chill with you, baby. Breathe. Remember we talked about the breathing. Ready?
I'm having some wine.
She has some wine, just, sip it a little wrong. But, listen, it's just different ways of affection. Obviously, it's like you can do physical touch. I don't really know about the love languages, but it's just different ways to show that you care about your partner. Like I was saying, it could be, huh?
You do know the love languages.
I don't really like, it's just, I don't, like I said, it's just, I think you're supposed to do, like, how people say, like, oh, my love language is like, just do this and that. It's like, nah, you gotta do it all. It's like, look at love languages as a pie chart, right? And you gotta do a percentage of each thing. It ain't 0% for nothing. Like, if anything, it's split down to 5 different things, so it's 20% each.
And as you get to know your partner, you're gonna know the things that she likes or he likes.
Yeah.
It's gonna come naturally.
Like I said, it can be as simple. It can be as simple as just writing. It can just be as simple as writing a note to your wife, like, or your husband. Just, you know what I'm saying? They out for they had a long day. Leave them a little note or something, like something that just makes you like, oh, they thought about me. Like that was so sweet. It's the smallest things, I swear. And it always works. Trust me. Like, I use it sometimes. It works for me. So if y'all feel like
all the time, you always
like I don't gotta do nothing it's just you don't gotta be too extravagant to like show her that you love her. But at the same time, make her feel special in the moments and have fun. Like maybe be creative with it. Just come up with different shit.
Y'all.
Like like who doesn't want to just go on an adventure?
Life is already hard as it is. If you have a partner, have fun with that partner. Build memories. Talk. Have conversations,
F is for friends, who's the things together. U is for you and me.
Have fun with it.
We're in a deep blue sea. We want to cross that red sea. Alright. Now that's another way of affection right there. We sometimes just express our goofiness on each other, and it's just, you see, it just tags along to either one. It's just like it's a boomerang effect.
It like shifts your energy sometimes.
Yeah,
like you might be having a long day, and then
sometimes
your partner does something, and you're kind of like, okay.
It's like, okay.
But anyways, to have fun with it. But before we end the video, I thought it would be dope to do what are 3 icks. Not icks, but what is that called? 3 things that I do that you kind of like dislike. And vice versa. Because we're not perfect up in here. And we're gonna be raw with y'all. There's some things that
sweat the forehead. There's
some things that I do that he's we're still working through it, But what are 3 things that I do that you're just like, dude, and I'm gonna then say my 3 things.
Shit. Listen.
Is it a long list?
Man, sometimes you gotta go first. Now, y'all see ladies first. You gotta go first. Lean on that faith. One thing alright, it's not too extreme. It's not like no rankings or anything. It's just 3 things I just really be thinking about right now. The way she sleeps, great, like, what I'm saying, everything be perfect, and then sometimes, what I'm saying, she just want to be, one of them people that sleep diagonal, how we all been there before when we had them joint, you come home, you just hop on the head, like, wake up like, oh, shit, I had a long night, but, Listen.
First of all,
sometimes she's on an angle. I'll be like, babe, scoot them feet because I need room for mine. Now that's
ooh, I'm ready.
Saying.
I'm ready. Let's go.
One thing. Let's go. All right, number 2. It's never too loud.
Okay. No, I'm saying because the audio like. Anyways, keep going.
Number 2. I'm pretty sure we all can relate. Listen, we all love our women, just the way they are. But when it's time to decide for food, the indecisiveness, like you want Taco Tuesday or you want Wing Wednesday, and she like, yo, like I don't even know right now. Like, what's today? I'm like, babe, it's then about to be Wednesday. Like, come on, the Tuesday about to be over. Like, we want tacos. It's like, I think I do, but I'm thinking about this, like, but I don't know if I want. I'm like, you know what? Cool. We all been there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, ready? The third one.
It's so
this
true.
Is the last of the last, and the last of the last. This is hard, but I love her a lot, so it's kind of hard to just pick like what. But I'm not.
I'm not that bad.
I mean, second now he's like, stop fucking around. I'm on my ATL vibes right now. I'm just an ATL. I'm pretty sure y'all seen the last video. Shout out to ATL.
No, for sure.
My Boston Celtics, we just handled them in game 6. All right, we stayed on topic. But
one more thing.
The third thing. Nah, I'm gonna say this. Y'all can relate to this one too. We all know once we have our wife, our girl, whatever we have within our possession.
What you mean, whatever we have? You know the title. What's up?
No, I'm saying this is in general. See, look, you know how it comes out. That's how you know she followed me though, because like I can get it out of there. But when they take your hoodies, listen. This is I don't know who made this rule for relationships. When my man, I'm in all his hoodies. I'm sleeping with him in his shirt. Where did that come from? Like, where did that come from? Because I'm sitting here like, yo, like. Every day I go to like grab a hoodie, something's going. I'm like, yo, where's this at? Where's this at? I'm looking at her side of the closet, it's next to her, and I'm like, you put this.
But we live together, so you can easily get it. Like, get out of here, dude.
Yo, I be hurting for something. I still haven't seen a pair of my she still a pair of my dirty sweats. Like,
I saw them yesterday, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, you know how? Come on, you know when it's like, she might do about sweats. I'm saying like,
okay, my turn.
Alright, let's get it. So what are 3 things that you don't like?
That you do.
That I do.
Yeah. Sometimes it be personal stuff, but it's kind of like when you live with someone, it's like you see it. So it's kind of like the number one thing.
I'm not perfect, y'all. Come on.
The number one thing that gets me off, I just be like, dude, when he's brushing his teeth.
Why do you like what?
Because it's like what's going on in the bathroom. I mean, I'm happy that he knows how to scrub that tongue and he knows how to make sure that mouth is nice and clean. But when you hear it, it's like, ooh, oh, what?
She's exaggerating this whole thing.
No, first of all, I'll let you talk.
If anyone brushes their tongue,
you talk.
I hope y'all brush your tongue. That's the first thing. When you sometimes you know what I'm saying, you may cut. You know, you ever drink something and go down the wrong pipe or something like. The way she's gassing it right now. It's cool. It's cool. All right, y'all just know I like to brush my teeth.
I love you. No, and you have a beautiful smile. Let's go.
Exactly. Like, come on. You gotta work for this right here. What are you talking about? Next one.
The second thing,
shots right now. We're gonna take a shot at this too.
It's kind of like I do it too, but again, freaking reflection is everything. Sometimes seems like a competition between me and him. I'm competitive individually, and he's competitive individually himself.
I'm a winner.
So sometimes we'd be like, "Oh, I bet." Like, what?
You gotta beware the worthy.
Which it's awesome in the gym because we get in that work, but it's kind of like certain things. It's like it's not even a debate. Like, it doesn't have to be like who got what first or who what. It doesn't have to be like that. Sometimes it's like it is what it is.
You know what? I fuck with you. I fuck with you. Just being honest about that. I fuck with you for real. I fuck with you. 1, 2, 3.
No,
you see, look, like,
you didn't even do it. Back up.
Nah, listen, I beat her in thumbnails like a million times.
Okay, back to the subject. And the last thing.
What's the last one?
It's so hard for the last one. I don't know, because a lot. He doesn't really do too much. You know, he really doesn't do too much at all.
I am a child. I'm an Israelite, the Most High Yahweh. And as long as I stand by that, I shouldn't be put in a place where it's going to put me in trouble ways. You know, like, I learn from I'm still going to go through trouble ways. I'm going to learn from it.
Can I finish my take?
Go.
Sometimes it interrupts what I'm saying.
Oh, that's the last one?
That's something that I discussed this with him at the very beginning of our relationship. And he's worked on it. But it's still a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? He's still working on it. I do it too. Not as much as you do it. But anyways, those are some of the things that I was like, it's not that bad though. What? It's like, you know, it's things that we just have to work through it, you know? And if at the end of the day, it might not even change, but that's where compromise comes. You know?
The fact we can talk about all this, like,
yeah,
we've been each other for like about 9, 10 months.
Yeah, we're still early.
Still early stages, you know. We're still.
But I feel like that we built so much.
A lot of growth is gonna also come with like. Trust me, there's been conversations we had, where it wasn't pretty. It wasn't. It didn't go as smooth as this moment. Trust me.
It wasn't pretty.
But like I said, we always in the end always come together like, yo, listen, like, you know, I got your back. You know, I'll never do anything to disrespect you or put you in a bad place. You know, like, I'm not.
And that's something I appreciate you.
I'm just here to you know what I'm saying, give the wisdom that I have while I'm here, because like I said, it's a short life for everyone. You never know when it's your time to go. So just like I said, treat everyone of y'all know with the most love and respect, and just make sure you got each other back. Cause that's where we
especially a partner. Like, if you really want to do life with somebody, make sure you got their back. And maybe sometimes it might sound harsh, like just accept, be like, okay, it's just a harsh criticism that sometimes, and you need that. It might sting, but it's gonna help you. Sometimes your wife can see something that you can't see, and vice versa. Sometimes your husband can see something that you can't see. You know what I'm saying? Allow that person to be that vessel for you. Allow that person to help you during those hard times. That's why I appreciate you very much, because
together.
Of course. Nah, y'all, but that's about it. You want to take a shot and we're done?
Yeah, let's pour us up real quick. You want to do this? You want to pour us up? She's a little heavy-handed. I'm going to do it. Hey, you pour us up. I got you.
First, why are you telling them I'm heavy-handed? I'm not that heavy-handed.
Yeah, she be pouring.
It's like, now my friends know. My friends know.
Shucks.
I love you guys. Shout out to my girls. But yeah, this is another YouTube video.
I think I put a little more.
And more. See, and he's talking about I'm heavy-handed.
We'll pour more, man. It's just the last shot. It's the end of the video.
Yeah,
so we're going out with a bang. All right, ready? Let's cheers in front of the camera, you know. Let them know that we cheers up right here. Boom. Ready? Cheers. Ooh. Let's get it.
And I don't have a chaser. That's huge. I always have a chaser. But we're just doing what we got.
So fun, y'all.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much. If you made it to this part of the video, we are concluding our video. Thank you so much for tapping in and just being here with us. If you guys have anything that you guys want to mention, leave it in the comment section. Let's have a conversation. Anything else that you guys want to discuss? We're gonna have a lot more different topics to discuss, and we're gonna hear his perspective versus my perspective, and how can we meet that middle point. Okay, so thank you so much, you guys. I hope you guys have a lovely day, morning, afternoon, whatever time
wherever
it is.
You're at, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Come on now, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's happy hour. Take a shot. All right, see y'all next episode, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Louisa.